We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go from the Steel City. Oh, he's got room past the 30. He'll wind up getting this all the way to the 45-yard line.
And they're on 45-yard line.
First carry now for Rico Dowdle. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 4. Now Dowdle. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
They'll run with Dowdle. Has some room inside the 30. And he will score! Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Steelers. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
Makes the score Steelers 8, Eagles nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. First carry for Saquon Barkley. Trying to find somewhere to go, but the defense with other ideas. They stop him. That'll be no gain.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
On 2nd down, Hurts. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
It is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. He'll let this go for Goddard. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game? They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and We're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Now he'll work his way out right. Oh, he's got him in here, and that's Lemon. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. This is going to wind up being not just a conversion, but a play that flips the field as well.
Sometimes that's all it takes. Just that little extra second you allow your wide receiver to continue to work open by the ability to move the pocket. Buy time with your feet, but remain a passer.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Hurts again. That's caught. It's the tight end, Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal. He's taken down at the 7.
At the 7-yard line.
Hurts will try it again. Now he'll run. Hurts on his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And down here in the red zone, of course, we know about the tush push, we know about direct snaps and design runs, but what Jalen Hurts can really do, as good as any quarterback in the league, is just the old-fashioned scramble drill. And you ask defenses, Mike, what's the hardest thing to defend in the red zone? And they'll tell you scramble quarterback.
Saquon gonna try to run it in. And he's not gonna make it to the end zone. The defense stands tall. They're gonna hold on to their lead at 8-6. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. And he goes forward. Good gain on that one. Pickup of 8 out to the 33-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
Here's second and 2. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And he'll be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground. But you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
Play fake to Dowdle. And now Rodgers. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it'll be 3rd down.
Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
On third down, Rodgers. Contact as he delivered it there, and the pass is incomplete. Good job defensively to make sure he could not find the throwing lane, and it sets up fourth down.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. Powerful running there, stiff-arming his way for a gain of 6.
He's tackled at the 20.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Rolling to the left. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they will finally run him down. Good start to this drive so far. Another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Now he takes off. And Hurts wisely going to slide after he's picked up the first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Eagles.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. There he goes again. Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. And he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Whoa. Have a friend in the right spot at the right time. The fumble, not a turnover, but a TD.
That's just such an athletic play by an NFL quarterback, Mike. And you can see he tried to remain a passer as long as possible, but once it became clear there was nowhere to go with the ball, he puts it down and decides to do the rest with his legs, and he's able to take it all the way in for a touchdown.
Good on the extra point. And the Eagles will up the lead to 5.
Steelers 8. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking down the field there, but it's ball's incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
And as the game goes on, these are the throws they got to find a way to connect with, those chunk plays. I like the idea of pushing it downfield, but the next time they get an opportunity, they've got to find a way to connect.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield.
At their own 47-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. Rolling right. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. Forced to his right. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half.
There is no worse feeling either coming back to the huddle or the sideline after a big drop, and that was a beautifully designed play, perfectly placed ball, and he just couldn't make the grab.
Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down as time runs out, and we've come to the end of the 1st half of play. Pretty interesting 1st half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this 2nd half gets underway. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Patrick Queen, the linebacker, they're on the tackle. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Barkley, and he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle. Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing is Hurts. Moving out. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. One of the Steelers has it. They're going to be in field goal range already as they've got the ball on the turnover inside the 30.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
Handoff here, up the middle. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Quinyon Mitchell up to make the stop.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
To throw is Rodgers. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
A run out of the gun here on third down. DK Metcalf in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure, and I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
This is hot. He's got it. And they tack two more onto their lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Barkley. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
At the 44-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
From the 44-yard line, here's second and a yard. To throw is Hurts. Out to his right, taking off.
Yeah, that's a nice job. He's out of the pocket. He knows he doesn't need all that much for a first down. He's able to tuck it, get out of bounds, and keep this drive alive.
Come to the line now for first down and 10. Here's Hurts. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
To throw on second down is Hurts. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. It was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Hurts to throw. And this one's incomplete. On third down, they cannot connect.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They're indeed going. It's Hurts. And that ball intercepted. Asante Samuel Jr., just like his daddy did. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, drastically different things waiting for these two squads on the sideline as they run off. I mean, we can hear the defensive sideline celebrating all the way up here. I mean, back-to-back drives, they come away with the takeaway. Now, on the offensive sideline, there's no celebration awaiting. It's coaches looking to gather their guys together and say, look, we've got to have ball security. If we don't protect the football, we have no chance.
From the 41, here's second and 9. And we will not get another snap here. That is going to do it for this third quarter of play. It is second and 9. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
So one of the elements of a good screen game is the quarterback having the timing in his head to know, I want to hold the ball long enough to get the rush to commit to me, to set up the blocking and set up the back behind them. But I also can't hold them on forever because then I don't have an opportunity to deliver the ball. So it was really more of the latter here where he's trying to hold on as long as he can. The pressure just gets to him a little too fast, and the ball falls incomplete.
A big-time play for Pittsburgh. 36 yards. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. Here's a run. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop it for no gain at the 4.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Here's Rodgers. That's hauled in at the 2, and he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Rico Dowdle, touchdown Steelers. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening.
Makes the score Steelers 23, Eagles 13.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35.
35-yard line.
A first down throw for Hurts. Moving to his right. First down throw there is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Here's Hurts. That's a short one. Caught by Goddard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. They'll have it first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And it'll go right back to Goddard. He's got it again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for first and 10. Exiting the pocket right. Perhaps he waited a little too long before committing to that run. He's going to wind up gaining only a yard.
40-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
They'll drop to throw. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Towels waving, Steeler fans on their feet. It's third down. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
So the Eagles will use their first time out here, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. They'll begin here on the ground. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
They'll try and run it here with Warren. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controls the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play.
That's really well done defensively, Mike. The key to these situations is you got to engage with the blocker, bottle it up, but then you have to get off the block, find the ball, bring them down. That's exactly what they do. No gain, 4th down.
The offense is out there, 4th and inches. They'll try it now with Washington. Oh, he's going to be very close. It depends on the mark, but he is short. They've held him on 4th down. What a stand. Here's 1st and 10. Now Hurts, forced out wide. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope you're...
And that ball intercepted. Asante Samuel Jr., just like his daddy did. And he is going to score.